I am Prophetess Coco. Life and death is in the power of my tongue, and I choose to speak with truth, compassion, and most importantly, love. Okay. Um, Thank you for joining me again. Um, so we could chit chat with the Most High God. Okay. Um, I don't know what to say, y'all. Strange things happen in the spiritual community, and we can only call them strange because there's lots of other names we could call it, but strange fits. Hmm. Okay. We live in the world of strange. All right. I didn't feel like that whole message got hijacked, and maybe those people needed that, and I'm okay with that. Like, the message is the message, the job is the job. Whatever it is I'm being asked to say, that's what we're gonna say. Hmm. Okay. Um, I say it all the time, and I mean it with my whole spirit. Like, you don't know how to know details to pray for people. You really don't. You really don't. So whatever the circumstances is for those two people, okay, pray for them. Just pray for them. Okay. Um, I was tired of fighting with my hair on the headset, so we pulled up the messy bun so that we could do this and be comfortable. Um, and I don't hear any interference, or my head would be covered at this juncture, right? Because, oof. Um, Angel message. Okay, so we wore one with Standophon. Okay, I did shuffle and do all the things. Okay, take it or don't, but I did. Okay, and we got our lovely Sandalphon and Evolution. Okay. I look at that I think of this just like the talisman picture and the other oracle, right? It contains all of your Akashic records, all of your wisdom, all of your lessons, right? Dimension after dimension after dimension after dimension after dimension after dimension. Okay. You elevate and you evolve in every single dimension. Okay. Every dimension, every timeline. Okay. Soundathon is helping you through that. Okay. You are currently in one now. So we said this is this leap of faith situation. Some of y'all are quantum leaping and jumping through timelines. That's just part of your particular ascension. Go on and do it. Okay. Go on and do it. Okay. Um, Let me find Sandalphon. See if they got a good chant for y'all to meditate with. Okay. Sandalphon, the sacred guardian. Okay. I love me some Sandalphon. I really do. When he shows up, he's usually bright orange, yellows, and pinks. Okay, just overwhelming sunset energy. Okay, just beautiful. Soundophon wants you to know that it is a light filled time in your life. You're evolving by leaps and bounds. So, this is a time to fill your heart with gratitude. That gratitude is gratitude. Okay. Also, remember, if your manifestation is not fully apparent just yet, destiny will soon be knocking at your door, summoning you to reach new heights and new visions. We just talked about Habakkuk. Write it down and make it plain. And then the Most High God will look at it and see if it's in alignment with what's already prepared for you. Okay? Prepare by relinquishing anything of the past that stops you from emerging as the creative genius you truly are. Okay? Clean house. You've been cleaning the house. Okay, this was your pause. Okay. Uh, you will see 12 orbs emerging through the oracle, representing the universal resonance frequency. Therefore, see how 12 aspects of your own evolving nature are present at this time. Chant is just put the chant up. I'm gonna put another one up too. Um, we're used to hearing the male monks on the but I found one where it's the women doing the chant as well. It was really nice. Um, great frequency. Okay. Um, yo, somebody still wants to disturb. Somebody still wants to disturb your root chakra. So literally, as we're reading Sound of Fauna, we're talking about moving forward. That energy goes out, because you're supposed to be grounded, right? That's your root, your ground, your stability, your base of everything. Okay, that energy's still out there. Yeah, extra prayers for protection around these people. God, some of these people trying to be real sneaky about how or they believe they're being real sneaky. That's what that is. Okay, thank you, Spirit. These people are not evolving. That's why that was so significant. It's not just about you. It's some of these antics. Oh, I'm so tired of talking about people and these antics. These some weird, petty Annie, like I said, antics. But they're almost like God is saying they're like on repeat. So it's not they've done these before. Thank you, Spirit. I want to make sure I understood. Some of these petty Annie antics they've already done to you over the years. I feel like they've done them and maybe even they forgot that they've done them. So now that you see them, you're like, okay, yeah. I see somebody's face like that, like, okay, okay. Some are going to be just real obstinate about it. Like the truth is out there and they're still like, I don't know. It's weird. In any case, they're not evolving in their personal journey or their thought processes. You are though, okay? And you need to be because this is your leap. This is your leap, okay? Super strange. Yeah. Somebody's also still trying to see if they can scratch at your sacral energy. Like I almost feel like they're trying to creep in through your solar plexus. Like you're in the middle of doing something and you feel this. I feel like they're trying to nick at your creativity. Your solar plexus is your I do, okay? But it also holds just a little bit of that creative energy that you share with your sacral and your root. And I feel like they're trying to still siphon it or scratch at it like any way they can. For some of you, you have like maybe you left clothing somewhere at some point. Like they have a piece of your clothing that they're doing something with. Okay. Yeah. So if this person was really close to you, maybe you don't know that they got a piece of your clothing and they're doing something weird. Okay. Um, for some of you, they're still doing this coffin, wax coffin situation in a jar. Like somebody's still trying to put your picture in a freezer in a jar and put it in you in the freezer to freeze you. Like it's a waste of a jar is what God said. Like it's a waste of a jar, a waste of the energy. They're gonna wake up cold, all right. Like Yeah, what in the world? What else, spirit? And then there's somebody that's boiling over about you, collective, because you have evolved. Yeah, and they can tell. Okay, it's like they got to go together somehow, or we wouldn't be even having this conversation. Okay, there's this low grumble, rumble, rumble. Okay, because of how you chose to evolve. Okay, for some of you, you're not even supposed to be alive, which is why the evolve situation is so bothersome. Um, you're not supposed to be alive. Joke's on them. For the people that 1111. God said, go ahead and say it. Look, some of y'all deservedly so we're gonna be looked at real fucking strange because these people genuinely tried to take you out. And I mean, like, take you out the game, take you out the playing field or whatever. Like, genuinely take you out. Okay, and the fact that you're still here is a problem. It's not a problem for the Most High God. It's just a problem for them, or one that they feel is a problem, right? And that's simply because you weren't supposed to be present to know all the bullshit that they've done to you. Okay. So because you're still out there, there goes the slander and the campaign and the just a lot of extra. Okay. Here's the deal. For some of you that they tried to take out, they don't know that some of their no, not even some. God is saying one in particular. Yeah. For one of you, yeah, they're saying one of you. Okay, listen. For one of you, I guess they tried to take you out in a very particular way. Okay. Um, concerning your food or your drink or some craziness like that. What they don't know is that apparently you did die. That's what God is saying. Apparently you did, but to you it was like you went to sleep and you woke up from like a nap. That's what I'm being told to tell you. Something did happen. Something absolutely did happen to you at some point. Okay. You did exit. But in this reality, like you went to sleep. It was like you went to sleep and then you woke up and you carried about your day, which is probably how they felt too when you showed up from wherever, however, like the fuck. Like there's some energy like that going on. Okay. Maybe that's something else that you sense, but you didn't understand. Like God is saying at some point, one of these food or drink or whatever stunts that they tried, apparently it did work. But what it did is made it look like you went to sleep and then you just kind of woke up and went about your fucking day. Okay. Um, in that capacity, you probably just woke up and into another timeline because, yeah, that's a quantum leap. I just said that earlier. That's a whole ass quantum leap. Like you exited and you came right back in. For some of you, that wasn't going to work at all because you volunteered. Like I know everybody talks about, no, you asked to come down here. No, there are some ascended folks that were like, you know what? I'll go on down there. Yeah, that looks messy. I'll volunteer. Let me go down there and fix it. So they already received a particular ranking before they got to this timeline in this place, space. What are we talking about? Okay, evolution. That's why. Okay. All right, why are we talking about this? Okay. So for some of you, again, you did exit, but it was more like a quantum leap than it was an exit. Okay. And that is shocking. You don't consider it shocking, and that's just because your spirit is like, okay, I took a nap. You had already reached a particular level. You volunteered to come down here to do a thing. So you're on the job, and while you're on the job, that's not going to be allowed for you because you already reached a particular rank before agreeing to come back down here. Okay. So this wasn't like you were a soul and you were waiting. This was like you were already an ancient being that was like, all right, I'm going to come back down. Let me go back down. Let me see what I can fix. What's the assignment? What can I do? Like you didn't have to, is what I'm saying. You have some chosen that like had to come back down here and they have to go through the cycles of blah 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 blah. For some of you I'm hearing that aren't supposed to quote unquote be here, okay? This was literally voluntary for you to come back down here. But in your voluntary purpose, like you volunteered because you saw a need. And so the spirit and the universe supports you in that. So maybe that's why they keep talking about alien shit. Maybe you really are a fucking alien to these people at this point, honey. I don't know whether you're male or female. Again, they said I just said alien. Shit, you could be both. Who fucking knows? Okay. Um, that's what I'm being told to say, since we're talking about evolution. Okay. That angsty, weird ass poke and prod energy, okay. Um, some of you guys really are fucking ancient. Some of y'all really did ascend enough that you coming back down here literally was voluntary. You didn't choose to be a spirit being reborn and reincarnated or incarnated. Like you already left that plane. Okay. And so this is literally voluntary for you. So why am I taking somebody who's already ascended at a master level who came down here voluntarily? I'm not going to let them just, go. They got something to do. They already did the things. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Whoever that is, maybe you don't realize you already did the things. Okay. That's what God is saying. I don't know what I'm talking to. That sounds crazy as hell, but God said say it just like that. You don't understand. Or maybe you do, and in your mental state, it's like, okay, I took a nap. I felt crazy that day. Okay. Um, it's something like that. So when you did show up, it really did shock whoever it is. Okay. Um, that's all I got on that. Okay. It's something about you having already been in an ascended place, like ascended at a high enough in your spiritual ranking that you coming down here literally is like voluntary. Like we not kicking out people that voluntarily came down to the ghetto and decided to come in here and try to fix the ghetto. Okay. God know a ghetto down here. I say it all the time. God knows it's ghetto down here. Y'all just breathe. Okay. Just breathe through it. We got to breathe through it and get through the muck. Okay. But in this evolutionary state, okay, realm upon realm upon realm upon realm upon realm upon realm, like you've already done whatever this is, and it's strictly voluntary for you to come down here, but your heart's in the right place. So the most high in the universe is like, no, they have high enough ranking that they're just here helping. They're not really, they're part of the mission, but they weren't supposed to be a part of like this particular type of mission. They're supposed to be doing something totally different. Okay, they're supposed to be doing something totally different. Okay. Um, but and the other aspect is, okay, well, they here now, so whatever they're in the middle of at this point, they're just gonna go. The Most High is like, let's run it. Let's run it. Okay. Um, that's an answer for a couple of y'all that apparently have been asking the Most High God, was someone successful in quote unquote taking you out? The answer is yes. So technically, uh, eh, okay. It's something about your metaphysical makeup and something about you having already ascended to a particular level in your spiritual ranking. Okay. Um, I feel like they showed you something like that maybe on the realm. Okay, maybe it just didn't make sense what you saw, but I'm being told to explain that. It has to do with your spiritual ranking. It has to do with your bloodline, your DNA. Okay. And you really do have, it's really about your heart. It genuinely is about your heart. Like you didn't have to come back down here. Your contracts or whatever were completed and you simply agreed to come back down here and help fix something. So because you agreed to help come down here and fix something when you really didn't have to, the most high God in the universe is going to back you up in that because you're here to fix something. You're here to fix something. Okay. So rejoice. That's why you're still here. You're here to fix something. Okay. Yeah. Compass. Your compass is right where it was supposed to be. You're here because your moral compass was correct. Rejoice in that. Your moral compass was correct. Okay. You volunteered to come down here. This was not a reincarnate. This was not some weird karmic lesson situation. No, you agreed to come down here. You volunteered in some capacity. You didn't have a normal contract to come down here. And all these weird ass attacks. There's some people out here uh that have been attacking you spiritually. They didn't understand what your ranking was, or you really being down here, is what God is saying. Yeah, change. Yeah, change. You came down here to change some stuff. Yeah, you saw a world full of some weird ass addictions. There we go. You saw a world full of some weird ass addictions, and you volunteered anyway. Like, all right, God, I'll come down here. I'll go down. I'll do it. Okay. Yeah, you saw the conflict. Just so we're clear, this is a little bit of one spirit's visit. The room is full. At least they're not draining my phone, but they want me to tell y'all that they're here, right? Hidden helpers unite is what I just heard. Okay, they're supporting that message. Like, look, that person came down here to help and clean up this conflict, all these weird addictions that are not supposed to be here on the earth. Okay, yeah, it's not time for play. It's time for cleanup. It's play in reverse. That person didn't come down here to play with anybody. That person was like, I volunteered to come down here and fix some shit. Okay. What else, y'all? Yeah. They looked down here and saw that people were not being kindred. Okay. They weren't being kindred spirits anymore. They're lacking peace. Let me see. Can you see that? Lacking peace and couldn't remember why they were here. Okay. That's a whole lot of people. Reincarnates and incarnates, a whole lot of them, while their contract says they agree to come down here and get their memories wiped and all that good stuff, a lot of them aren't waking up. Like they genuinely don't remember that they agreed to come down here and do something. So they're not evolving. In the reverse, they're not evolving. Okay. They were supposed to wake up here at some capacity and kickstart something. They were supposed to kickstart some type of change. Instead, they got caught up in all this other karmic stuff going around. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. I'm like, where are we going? That's what that is. They got caught up. Yeah. Lack of the teachings. Okay. Lack of teaching. So even though the information is available, okay, some of these people realized they were supposed to be doing something and figured, I'm just going to stick around in this karmic stuff. I'm not going to teach or learn anything. Okay. And they forgot about the prophecies. Okay. They forgot about the prophecies. That's not going to work. Those prophecies got to be fulfilled. Okay? Those prophecies have to be fulfilled. The plan is the plan. Is the plan. Okay? Those prophecies have to be fulfilled. Yeah. That's going to survive. The plan is the plan is the plan. Okay? It's going to survive beyond anything else. The plan is going to survive beyond anything else. The prophecies are going to survive. They're going to be fulfilled one way or the other. That is the ultimate plan. Okay. So if you came down here and as a reincarnate or an incarnate or whatever the case may be, maybe even a brand new soul, you got sent down here and you didn't wake up enough or evolve enough in your spirit or wake up into your journey or your gifts to help do the thing that you're supposed to do. You got caught up in all this karmic conflict, addiction, fighting, yelling, cheating, stealing, stuff like all this crap, and you forgot about the mission. Okay? Yeah, not communicating with the Father, not communicating with Source. Upright communication. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's fight about it. Whatever we got to do, but at least we're communicating. That's not happen. That didn't happen. A whole lot of people showed up down here and immediately looked for riches and glory and all this other stuff. Okay, and that's not that there's anything really wrong with that. Even God is saying, listen, I'm not saying it's completely wrong. What I'm saying is you forgot the mission, though. I can let you be rich all day, but you forgot the mission. I can let you be greedy all day, but you still forgot the mission. Hmm? Okay, some of these people again that are in this weird ass energy, God will allow a whole lot of bullshit to go down as long as it still propels the plan forward. So even in the fuckery, if it messed the plans up from moving forward, now it's a problem. Now God's got to send Gabriel, excuse me, my love. Yeah, I felt it. Right? I'm telling y'all, they down here on the skill bill list. Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel are down here on this spiritual kill bill list. They are not playing. Um, these people came down here, so you and reincarnates are saying really heavily reincarnates, okay? Um, some of y'all got tripped up in this twin flame, soulmate, blah 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 stuff and forgot about your mission. Yeah, all that stuff is there, but what did that have to do with the mission? That's what God is saying. Like all of this craziness, even that which I posted the last few days, all of this craziness has nothing to do with the Most High's plan, the real plan. These are pieces and parts of these are sidebars. Thank you, Spirit. Mm. All this other stuff is sidebars to God's bigger plan. Okay, so now the cleanup crew was out here getting rid of all these sidebars. Thank you, Spirit. Mm, okay. This spiritual kill bill list is to help remove all these sidebar conversations, situationships, and distractions. Okay. To get the plan back on track. Okay. Things have to evolve. They can't stay stagnant. We can't stay in the shift. Okay. We can't do it. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Like I wasn't planning on doing nothing with the dead deck, but they were like, no, we here, pull it. Let's get another angel oracle because the other one was pretty centered on that couple. Okay. Let's get a new energy. I don't know. That was a weird way to start our conversation, but that's really what that is. Some of y'all are just genuinely not supposed to be here, but your ranking was high before you chose to come down here and you still awoke to it. Okay. Um, you awoke to it, and then they made, thank you. You awoke to your ranking, and then the takeout attempt came in. So you were already awake to your ranking before whatever this has happened. And so in that capacity, you did literally just take a nap and get up. To you, it was an everyday thing. To the people that were waiting for you not to show up, it was a what the fuck moment. Okay. And since then, and apparently several other attempts, it's been what the fuck. Maybe you don't know that. Okay. Um, blessings and thanks and gratitude. Okay. Blessings and grace and gratitude. Blessings and thanks and gratitude for your journey. Okay. It doesn't mean that you're top tier or any of them things, right? Because that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is you had a question about, well, what the fuck is that? What's up with that? That's what's up with that. Okay. Some of these people walking around here really do think you're a fucking alien and shit, and you may very well motherfucking be. I don't know. There's a whole lot of y'all collective. There is, okay? Some of y'all may very well be. Some of y'all are some fucking hybrids walking around and shit. And y'all know it. So, mhm, okay. But somebody had the question, and God was like, you know what? It's okay to answer that. You're not supposed to be here. Like, you're not supposed to be here and you're not supposed to be here, meaning you didn't have to volunteer in the first place. And you're not supposed to be here according to who's here. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Count your blessings. You really did generally come down here to do something. And you know, the universe supports you making sure that you get your mission complete. And then you can go back to the upper, what other ascended high ranking space that you were sitting at, probably on your own planet somewhere like Thanos. Y'all got to listen to what I said about Thanos. I promise you, he didn't get it wrong, y'all. It's just a matter of thought processes. Okay. Um, they're saying run it real quick. Yeah, like if you just take a moment and think about what that man said, okay? Thanos will be considered a chosen. Oh my God, yes. Thanos would have been considered a chosen. He was completely aware of his mission, and he was completely grumbly and angry all the time because he had too many people interrupting his mission process. Okay? The Avengers didn't have a mission. The Avengers were just fighting whatever outcomes that they saw. Okay? They didn't have a mission. Somebody put them together to accomplish a mission. Okay? Thanos was already on mission and had been for centuries upon centuries upon centuries. So imagine you're an old ancient ass chosen and you've been trying so fucking hard to just get through it. Literally the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, and at some point in that journey like you have to turn your feelings off. That's what people really didn't like about Thanos. It's not that he didn't have any feelings. He had already seen and been through so fucking much. It was like, damn, what are feelings worth? I am the loneliest, titanest, whatever, roaming the damn earth, and there's only a few of us, okay? And I don't got friends, okay? But I do have this mission, and I know that if I complete my mission, I can go sit my ass down somewhere and create my own heaven. That is what these ascensions are for. Once you've reached so many, okay, you get to go create your own heaven. So imagine you already did this shit. Imagine you already did this shit. You already created your own heaven and you volunteered to come down here. Hell yeah, the Most High God and Source and the Federation, all of them is looking at you like they volunteered. Lol, just send them some support. Okay? Person watching, that's for you. Okay? You got support somewhere out here. Just roll with the punches. Okay? Roll with the punches. But Thanos wasn't wrong. He was irritated. I said with the Scooby Doo, If it wasn't for those meddling kids in that scenario, the meddling kids were the Avengers. All he wanted to do was get his fucking stones together, snap his fingers, be done with his part of the mission. His part of the mission was to snap his fingers, wipe out whatever needed to be wiped out so the world could continue. Okay? Call it overpopulation or whatever the case may be. That was his mission. That was assigned to Thanos. He did not create it. That was assigned to him. He did not create it. Okay? He just wanted to get his fucking mission done. And somewhere in there, he did. He got a little tiny soft spot. Okay? He had a tiny little soft spot and it fucked him up real bad. But even in then, he couldn't use his feelings because the mission was the mission. Okay? That's where people get really all enthralled at. Like, if there was a way for him, the fact of the matter is, if there was a way for him to have done it and he knew beforehand, he probably wouldn't have done it. He would have waited and found some other way. He was already ancient. He was already ancient. He didn't figure out that somewhere in his plan that the reason that he even got to her in the first place, or the reason he felt any type of love, that was a karmic lesson for him to to love someone that you trained basically to kill and do all these horrible, horrible, horrible things to help with the mission, and then to get to a place where you're like, I'm almost done with my mission, and to find out the only way for me to get this thing is to kill that person. Y'all gotta know that broke that man's heart. That broke that motherfucker's heart. That broke that angel's heart like a bitch. It did. Some of y'all feel like that. You are walking around here with karmic lesson on karmic lesson on karmic fucking lesson. Okay? I think after he finished out what the hell he did and they found him out there on his own planet, that was his only piece of peace, and I don't even know how long he was out there for that. You better believe while he was out there, while he was feeling peaceful, he had to remember what he lost. Some of y'all are in that space. You've gone through all this evolution situations. Okay? You're in the process of ascending and you're thinking about all the things. Again, I said nostalgia. Some of y'all are thinking about what you lost. Don't be worrying about what you lost. You didn't really lose anything. You gained. You gained. You gained insight. You gained clarity. Some of y'all gained your gifts by that particular part of the journey. Okay? You really do have to accept the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, and all the shit in the closet. You do. Ain't nobody saying that shit is easy. Pardon my passion. Ain't nobody saying that it's easy. Ain't nobody gonna be on here lying about that. It's not that it's easy, okay? But if you think of the standpoint for Thanos, if he's a chosen and he's trying so hard, a lot of y'all feel like that. Like, I just want to do my mission. I want to do my mission and get gone. Some of y'all feel like that. Like, y'all look up at the sky and y'all be waiting on the spaceship to come pick y'all up and shit. And they watching y'all, okay? For those in the know and those that believe, y'all get it, right? Y'all know they up there watching y'all asses, okay? um, I don't feel like Thanos was wrong. No, I'm not in agreement with the killing and the stabbing and the lying. I mean, I'm really not. But I feel like as old as he was and ancient as his ass was, okay, there he is, finally having figured out a way to go do his damn mission, and he keeps getting interrupted. A lot of y'all absolutely feel like that. Like, I'm this close, interrupted. This close, interrupted. This is what we were talking about the last couple of days. A bunch of interrupters. Okay. Don't get caught up in the energy of the interruptus. Again, that still has to do with stabbing at your solar plexus and stabbing at your root chakra, because your sacral energy, your creation energy, the creation energy that can be used to make your own heaven if you get ascended and evolve through this stuff. Yeah, it's off limits. Look at that. It's orange, ain't it? Yeah. Let that marinate. Okay. That's your sacral energy. It's meant to help you ascend and ascend and ascend and ascend and ascend some more and ascend some more and ascend some more and ascend some more. That's what it's meant to do. Okay. That's literally what it's meant to do. Okay. Um, Thank you for joining me on my rant about Thanos. I talked about it several times, but I don't think he got it wrong. And I'll be the first person to say that even with me, I have asked on numerous, countless occasions, God, could you just give me the glove? Because I let me snap my fingers. Let me have a Habakkuk moment. Let me write it down and make it plain. Snap. Yes, I have. Yes, I did. Asked. I've asked. Okay. I have been denied. But I tell you, I asked with my whole chest. Okay. There was no stutter in my request when I asked the Most High God for it. Okay. The Most High God laughed at me for sure. He did. He laughed and said, I understand, but it's still a no. Damn. I shoot my shot. That's what I did. I shoot my shot at the Most High God and asked for the damn Thanos glove, and I got turned down. Rejection is your protection. That's all I'm saying. Y'all gotta have a sense of humor, okay? But it is. That's what it is, okay? Call on Sandal Fund as you go through this next part of your evolution, of your ascension, okay? Y'all got this really big leap of faith that's right here. That's why this is important. Even if you're aware that somebody, okay, and you should be aware, okay, as somebody is trying to tamper with your living situation, your money, your finances, da 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 da. You got to know the Most High God is watching. You're being divinely guided and protected at this time. The Most High God is literally guiding your steps, man. I feel the spirit rocking. That's what that is. Woo. Okay. You are literally having your steps guided. Some of you made the same request I did. No, 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 no. I want each step because we don't want to make no mistakes. Mistakes cost time. We just talked about Thanos. That man was ancient. I can't imagine the mental duress that he was like, I want to finish my miss. Like, I can't imagine. Okay. So when they made him come off all crazed and deathly, I'm like, yeah, he's a chosen that's been pushed to his absolute limits and he's still trying to just focus. Hmm. He's still trying to just focus and get the mission done. Okay. The reminder for you all is, you ain't gotta go lie, cheat, and steal and do those things, chosen. And because you're chosen, I know you ain't doing that shit. Okay. But stay focused. Okay. Do your prayers, do your meditations, take those salt baths. Like I'm hearing heavy. Somebody don't believe in the spiritual baths, but I'm hearing that you took, yeah, you new. I don't want to call you a newbie, but I think you thought maybe spiritual baths was a game or something and you read something. No, that's real. Go scrub. From the rooter to the tutor, go scrub. Okay, whichever salt it is the Most High God tells you to do. Red salt is considered deeply ancestral, red like blood. Okay, black salt is about the equivalent of using a black candle. So is your Epsom salt or white salt or pink Hawaiian salt. Okay, salt is an amazing purifier and an amazing cleanser. Period. Yeah, go scrub with it. Go scrub with it. The second I can get my hands on some red salt, it's going down. Yeah. Take those spiritual baths. Go get that fresh air. Habakkuk. Okay. Absolutely write it down and make it plain and make sure that you are grounded real good before you do it. Okay. Yes, they're out here still. Some of y'all had a burst of energy after you woke up all crazy this morning. Then you got like a burst of energy. And then you felt like you got tapped to the side real quick. It's the best way I could say it. Like, mm-mm. Like, wasn't really like an issue. Yeah. It wasn't like an issue or anything like that. Just energetically, a little. Mm, no, what was that? That's your sensitivities, your alarm system telling you, hey, somebody just like if somebody walked up to you and tapped you or kicked you, mm, that some of y'all literally felt it just like that. Okay, some of y'all literally felt it like that. Um, yeah, some of y'all literally felt like something tapped you to the sides, like oh, like knocked you off balance just a little bit, like literally. Okay, um, that's what that was. Whatever the attack was, didn't completely come through, but it was enough for you to know that it happened. Okay, they're happening. Um, do the things. Okay, do the things. Um, don't let these distractions prevent you from your leap of faith and your ascension. Okay, um, this next leap of faith is going to be real important for you. It's real important, like life changing, um, important. Okay, so take the time to ground out, like use those meditation points or whatever it is the spirit is telling you to do. It is important. Okay, yes, and again, that plotting, planning energy and all that stuff is absolutely out there. It's another reason for you to make sure that you sit quietly in a particular space so that you can hear the most high God guide your steps. Okay, um divine masculine, again, I'm being told courage. I feel like we said that the other day, but reminding you again, baby, have courage. um yeah, they're reminding me the other day I pulled yesterday I pulled the page cards for y'all, and I said I look at the page, but I see an emperor. You're absolutely an emperor. Okay, that new energy that's got you all nervous and stuff like that, flip the script. It's courage. Go ahead and step forward and do whatever it is that the most high God has asked you to do. Yeah, some of y'all got this emperor energy like on lock. You really do. And I don't mean in a cocky way. I mean like you're aware of your divinity. You're aware of your thoughts. You're aware of your intentions. And you know where to place your power when it's required. So that's where you know how to where and when to place your courage. Okay? Um shut off the thank you. Divine masculine, shut off the noise. You got somebody or something or some woman in your ear. Yeah, whoever that is, they're going against everything that you discuss with the most high God. I mean like everything. Everything. No, have a seat, please. um, you somebody's in your ear. Somebody's in your ear, and whatever they said is going completely against what you've quietly discussed with the Most High God. And the God is just giving you a reminder. It takes courage to shut off the noise. Thank you. It takes courage to shut off the noise so that you can only hear the voice of the Most High God. Voice. Yeah. Oh, I won't get into that. Yeah. You got to shut off the noise. Divine Feminine YouTube, but I feel like this particular message is for Divine Masculine. You got some voices in the back and in your hair and in your ear that go against literally everything you've discussed with the Most High God and everything that the Most High God has already told you to do and is approved for you to go do. Like you're gonna have to shut off the noise. Um, it does take courage to shut off the noise and do exactly what you heard. We follow directions. It's not always the thing that you necessarily want sometimes. Okay. I don't know what your particular situation is, but you do have to cut off the noise to follow the directions. Okay. So maybe that also goes back to the Habakkuk the other, yesterday when I said like the pages are still blank. Like they're blank, but the Most High God needs you to get in there. Okay. Either while you're making this move or right after you make this move. So you have like an immediate plan of action for whatever this is that you're going to do or that you're undertaking. Okay. Um, you have the universe's support. You got the Most High God, your spirit, your ancestors. Like you got a team that supports you in whatever this is, but you do need to block out the noise. Whatever that outside interference is, like God is saying, block that out. Block it out. Okay. Whatever this move is going to make is, I'm hearing it's supposed to also unions. Yeah, one of these moves you're supposed to make is towards your counterpart. It's towards your counterpart. Okay. Well, I guess you better get moving. I guess you better get moving. Okay. Uh, we're at 52 minutes. Let me see. I said you better get moving. Okay. What popped out is home. Okay. You are comfortable in your own skin. You belong. Peace, security, safety, belonging, and all the features one would want and from home are indicated now. The home card represents an invitation to experience what it's like to be secure in your own skin, to live comfortably no matter what is happening in the world around you. It is time for opening up your eyes to your tribe of like-minded people. Again, meeting up with your peoples, or one special person that makes you feel like you've come home. Home is love and love is all around you now. Whatever your inquiry, you are where you're meant to be and will reap great benefits by staying on this path regardless of where it leads. Home will always be with you. It really is where the heart is. Divine masculine. You talk to the most high God about a stable, peaceful home situation. Okay? If this is part of your plan, yeah, that's correct. This is part of your ascension and your evolution. You are gonna have to just go on and go. Stand up on is there to help you. Go ahead and call on him. He trying to get you up there. Mm, 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 mm. And they go up and they go up. Okay. I don't know what that song is. What's it? Up, down, up, down, up, down. All I did was win, win, win. Yeah, up, up, go up. Yeah, you're gonna win. Thank you. Like, what is that? I haven't heard that in a while either, and they just started jamming out all of a sudden. Your ancestors is lit about whatever this decision is that you're supposed to make, and then whatever move it is you're supposed to do. Like I feel like whatever this one move is answers like a long list of prayers for you, divine masculine. So it takes courage, but your courage is gonna like immediately pay off. Okay, don't sleep on it, and don't let that noise make you sleep on it. Yeah. We're gonna draw a kipper on that for you real quick. Hold up. Yeah, divine masculines. Yeah, you sitting around with some type of concern, or you have people in your ear that made you feel like maybe you should have some type of concern about something. I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like they just have a problem with your decision making and that it's not being influenced by anything other than a conversation between you and the Most High God. That's what that is. Yeah, there go God. Hmm. High honor. Yeah. That's God. That's literally God. Okay. You don't need to sit around in any type of state of concern. Okay. How somebody else feels about that decision that you're making. I said some of y'all, the courage is going to be standing up to your friends and your family and saying, I know what I know, what I know, and get going. Okay. God will fix the rest of that. Trust. But in the meantime, if you don't move forward, you're going to miss out on the thing that you asked for. You got to go. You got to go. Okay. Yeah. Some of y'all, that's too many. Excuse me. Yeah. Some of y'all are about to crack a case about a thief. Woo! I said it's a bunch of y'all. One of y'all about to crack some case over a thief. Okay. Bad health. Bad health. Somebody, either you were battling cancer. There is something physically. mm, There is something physically that happened to you real recently, and maybe you just didn't have an answer for how to get it healed. I feel like making your move gets you healed. Thank you. Whatever this is going to be healing to you. Thank you. Some of you that you really do have something that don't have a name for it that you're going to be healed from miraculously in whatever this move is that you're going to make. For some of you, this move literally just goes ahead and heals you. Yeah. For some of you, this yeah. For some of you, this has to do with your stability. Okay. If you didn't got it, you're gonna have it, and if you got it, you're about to achieve more. Okay. What else for the divine masculine? 'Cause that's clearly who this part is for. Yeah, he who finds a wife. This is the main female. Some of y'all are supposed to go through and get this person. Okay, what else? Ooh, some of y'all gonna take this person to the courthouse. I said some of y'all gonna go meet your person and get married, and whatever it is gonna be real fast. Y'all are making up for lost time. Whoever that is gonna get married. Like y'all are making up for lost time, like in a very spiritual sense. Like y'all are past life soulmates. Y'all are just gonna click real fast. So people gonna be all messed up. Look, divine feminine. Yeah. Some of y'all, one of y'all is gonna take a couple of y'all are gonna get married real fast, and it's gonna shock the shit out of a bunch of people. But that's because you and this person know, like immediately know that you're past life soulmates, and you guys have already discussed whatever the hell it is that you're supposed to discuss with the Most High God. So the two of you coming together real fast is gonna be a shock to everybody else except y'all. Yeah, it's gonna be a shock to everyone else except y'all. Like, how did they do that so fast? Yeah, change. How did they do that so fast? How did they do that so fast? There it is. Courtship. How'd they meet and hook up so fast? Yeah, yeah. Why didn't it take a lot of work and time to do whatever this is? Because the Most High God already told each person what to do. And because of that past life connection, yeah, we're talking quick babies. Divine masculine, get going. I'm not pulling no more. They told me I don't got to pull up. They said don't pull no more. Flip the deck. Okay. These are all good things. We said new everything. This is sudden wealth, wealth of knowledge, wealth stability, happy wife, happy life, being each other's peace, letting the Most High God lead you. Like these are all good things. I said y'all, this leap does something amazing. You're in the shift. Okay, so divine masculine. Maybe you need a confirmation, sweetie. That's your confirmation. Um, I'm not gonna call you a catalyst. I feel like you've already experienced the catalyst, okay? But this leap solidifies, um, solidifies, yeah. God is saying solidifies and locks in what you prayed for and what is in alignment with God's plan. Like it is literally divine. You can't get no better, okay? Um, that's it. Don't be afraid to evolve. And anything that's preventing you from evolving, um, you can ask if you feel like you can't get through it and you can't move around it. The Most High God's hands are bigger than yours, so you ask the Most High God to go ahead and move that around. Okay, I am Prophetess Coco. Life and death is in the power of my tongue, and I choose to speak with truth, compassion, and most importantly, love. I love y'all. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Divine masculine, best wishes. Uh, go get it. Divine feminine, go get it. Okay, y'all be kind to each other and y'all love on each other the right way. Okay, bye.